S7, Kate.
You ready, Kate?
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll call the Westville Council meeting to order, please. All rise to the salute to the flag. The pledge of allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America, and to the
and to
republic
which stands
stands one nation
under
under
God,
God, indivisible, with
with
liberty and
liberty and
justice
justice
for all.
for all.
Thank you, everyone.
Dawn is here.
Notice,
Willing to
please.
admit her? Okay. Public notice. This meeting was advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and complies with all the laws therein.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sims,
Here.
Council President Murtaugh,
Here.
Council Member D'Amico. Unmute them.
Here.
Okay. Council Member Lawrence,
Here.
Council Member Maley,
Here.
Council Member Nordaby,
Here.
Council Member Young.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum with all present. Next, please.
We have the meeting minutes from the January 21st council meeting, the January 21st executive session, and the February 2nd work session.
Everybody's got copies, I believe. Your pleasure.
Motion to approve. Second.
Questions on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, ayes have it. Thank you. Next order, please.
We have the auction of public land for Block 48, Lot 15, which is 220 Broadway. That will be conducted by Solicitor Scafidi.
All right, we'll turn this over to our solicitor, please.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This evening is a scheduled public land sale. That sale has been advertised in accordance with the statutes in the South Jersey Times. The sale is for property known as Block 48, Lot 15, also known as 220 Broadway. The initial minimum offer that we had accepted was from a Henry Amanto in the amount of $10,000. That $10,000 will be the starting bid price tonight for this particular property. At this time, is there anyone on this meeting, this call, who would like to offer more than $10,000 for the purchase of Block 48, Lot 15? I don't know, Ryan or Kate, you could help me
I'm
to let
looking
me
for
know.
hands up. I don't see any hands up.
All right. With that, I will give the usual. This is a once, twice, one more time before I say third and final. Is there anyone who would like to offer more than $10,000 for Block 48, Lot 15, also known as 220 Broadway? I'll defer to Miss Carroll.
I do not, Solicitor Scafidi, I do not see any hands raised.
All right, seeing none, that would be the third final offer for anyone to offer a higher amount. At this point, the auction is concluded. We will have a resolution at our next meeting to confirm the sale. If Mr. Amato is on this call, I will provide him with a letter as to what's required to finalize his purchase. Thank you.
Thank you, Solicitor, for handling that. Next order, please.
We have public comment on agenda items only.
Need a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
Make that motion.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. The meeting's now open for the general public to discuss anything on the agenda tonight. We'll give you a minute or so. Hearing none, we'll need a motion to close the meeting. Public,
Motion to close.
all those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Next order, please.
You have committee reports.
Council, you should have received committee reports, your pleasure. Any questions on them?
Motion to accept as printed.
Second.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next, please.
We have the public hearing on ordinance number 1 and that was introduced on January 21st. It's an ordinance adopting revised stormwater management control regulations for the Borough of Westville in accordance with the Tier A municipal stormwater permit requirements.
Council, we need a motion to open the meeting to the public for the public hearing.
Motion. Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The meeting is now open to the general public on the public hearing for ordinance number 1, 2021, stormwater management. Hearing none, we'll need a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We need a motion to adopt.
Motion.
So moved. Second.
Questions on the motion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember D'Amico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lawrence,
Yes.
Councilmember Maley,
Yes.
Councilmember Norby,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Council President Murtaugh.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Next order of business, please.
We have the consent agenda. The items listed below are considered to be routine by the Borough of Westville and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Before you make a motion on that, Council, I'd just like to say that Council President Murtaugh, Administrator, and myself met with the two candidates for the Land Use Board that you see on the agenda there. We actually met with 3 people for one spot. Since then, 2 spots were open, and you see the 2 people named there tonight. They're very good candidates. Need your pleasure on the consent agenda.
Motion approved. Second.
Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember D'Amico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lawrence,
Yes.
Councilmember Maley,
Yes.
Councilmember Norby,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Council President Murtaugh.
Yes.
Thank you. Next business, please.
We have introduction of ordinance number 2. It's an ordinance amending chapter 142, section 5, construction code fees of the Code of the Borough of Westville.
Ryan or Tim, you want to elaborate on that?
I'll just, Tim, the committee met, and they went over, the ordinance committee had discussed the ordinance. It's been 5 years since we raised any of the rates in the construction office, and it was the committee's determination to move forward with this ordinance. And Tim can back that up, I'm sure.
That's right.
Pleasure, Council. Questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember D'Amico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lawrence,
Yes.
Councilmember Maley,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordeby,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Council President Murtaugh.
Yes.
Thank you. Next order, please.
We have introduction of ordinance number 3, an ordinance amending chapter 197, section 373-5, duties of owners and agents of the Borough of Westville Code Book.
Ryan, you want to mention that real briefly?
Yeah, this was another ordinance of a bunch of them that we went over at the ordinance committee. It's one of the ones I finished. There's a couple more coming that Tim Solicitor's Graffiti is involved in. This one is to take instead of 10 inches for the high grass, it's going to be moved to 6 inches because we think 10 inches is way too high. And I've conferred with Solicitor's Graffiti in the meantime, this committee met, and they said that's valid. So we're lowering in the high grass ordinance to be six inches instead of 10 inches.
Okay, thank you. Pleasure on introductory.
Motion.
Motion to approve.
Here, a second.
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 Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember D'Amico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lawrence,
Yes.
Councilmember Maley,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordeby,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Council President Murtaugh.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Next order, please.
We have the applications for the 2021 used car license. The fees have been paid and the request approved by both the police and fire departments. And the requests we received so far are for the Broadway Auto Sales and for Pellegrino Chevrolet.
Pleasure, council.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any questions on the motion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember D'Amico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lawrence,
Yes.
Councilmember Maley,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordeby,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Council President Murtaugh.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Next, please.
We have the bills and vouchers.
Need a motion to dispense with the reading of the bills.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Need a motion to pay the bills.
Make a motion.
Second.
Questions on the bills? Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember D'Amico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lawrence,
Yes.
Councilmember Maley,
Yes.
Councilmember Nordeby,
Yes.
Councilmember Young,
Yes.
Council President Murtaugh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next, please.
We do not have any communications for tonight, so we'll move on to public portion.
Need a motion to open the meeting up to the public, council.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 The meeting is now open to the general public to discuss any topic they wish with mayor and council.
I see Bill has his hand up. If Bill, you can unmute yourself. You can speak.
Thanks, Ryan. I just have a couple questions, I guess. I know at your work session, you had talked about cutting down trees at the end of River Drive. I just would hate to see that happen if it's only going to benefit 6 or 7 people down there, just so they can see Philadelphia better. With respect to the cost, I'm sure that $10,000 or whatever it would cost would go a long way toward playgrounds or some other situation over there in the Newbold section. Another problem that I have, you pay the bills and I don't know what you're paying. So I would request that either you email me the bills or you make them public so that everybody can see the list of bills before the meeting. That would be my only questions and comments. Thanks.
As far as the trees go, Bill, we were looking at doing some work down there and clearing some, especially the dead trees. We're still looking into that. So we'll take your suggestions and recommendations. And thank you on mentioning the bills. I know because we're Zoom that they're not posted, but we'll have to come up with a way to make sure everybody sees them.
There, Swift Graffiti, can we put that on a Facebook post, when we do the meeting itself?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, public record, public document. You certainly could. Yes.
You can put the list on Facebook and put it on the website. I think that shouldn't be a problem.
Certainly acceptable. Yes.
Okay.
We can do that up the day of then, right? The day of council meeting.
Sure. As long as it's available for the public to review. Absolutely.
Okay, we could do that starting next month. And if you want to post tonight's bills tomorrow or Monday, that would be fine too.
I can post the bills tomorrow morning.
Okay,
I'll
thank
do that
you.
to the website.
Thank you, Kate. Anyone else from the public?
Ryan, I'm not seeing any hands.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing anybody unmuting, so no, I do not see anybody.
Council will need a motion to close the public hearing, public meeting.
Make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next, please.
We have comments from mayor, council members, and department heads.
Okay, Administrator Ryan.
I have a couple things. We have, Jack and I have put together the start of the budget. We're ready to meet with the finance committee whenever they can be available. We could meet in person or in Zoom, doesn't matter. Jack made himself available whenever we want to do that. We would like to try to, adopt or, introduce at the next council meeting. If not March, we can all definitely introduce in April. So it's looks pretty good right now. It should be not that difficult to get through, I don't think. It's very rough right now, but I wanted to meet with the committee before I say anything, but it's pretty good. So that's all I have for right now.
Ryan, you available tomorrow night?
No, I'm not.
Fly us down.
I'll be in Florida. Sorry, can't be there.
You offered in person. I heard it.
Well, then you guys can come up with a date once Ryan gets back and review it, and
Unmuted, you can tell.
we'll have it for the next meeting. What else? Yeah, Ryan.
That's all I had for tonight.
Thank you. Solicitor Tim.
Mute.
Mayor, I do not have anything for the public meeting tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Engineer John.
Mayor, I just have one thing to report this evening. I did receive communication earlier in the week from the NJ DOT. They indicated that they completed their final inspection of our Hazel Avenue project. And now we are okay to proceed with closing that project out with the DOT. So we'll work on getting all the final paperwork in for our final reimbursement on that. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, John. Thank you for that report. Chief.
I have nothing for tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Superintendent of Public Works, Marty.
I have nothing at this time, Mr. Mayor.
Everything go good today in the snow? Mark?
Freeze.
Did he freeze up?
He's frozen.
That's how.
This is cold from being out there.
Deputy Clerk, Kate,
Nothing to report, Mayor. Thank you.
Council President Murtaugh.
Tired of snow, tired of COVID. Other than that, met with the Defford Soccer. Ryan and I are working on the contract for them. They indicated they're going to investigate putting natural gas in the building. That'll be all on their cost. They are trying to see with their volunteers to possibly rip the roof off of the old, I'll call it the Plante building, the old storage building, and put a different type of roof on there through donations. Told them still we have to approve it. It has to be permitted. So they're looking forward if it ever stops snowing to get going over there. Other than that, like I said, we don't have any contracts with them yet, but they're doing their thing. That's all I have, Matt.
Thank you. Councilman Malley.
Nothing at this time, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Norderby.
Nothing at this time, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Councilman Lawrence.
Yeah, a couple things. Thing one, Mandy McCullough reached out to me today. As if everyone doesn't know, she's the leader of the Girl Scouts that always help us out. They're working on a project, donations and such for first responders and everything. They were wondering, obviously taking all COVID precautions, and the Girl Scouts precautions are actually a lot stricter than ours. If they can use the park April 10th or 11th as a meeting point for the Girl Scouts before they move on to the places they want to go for to deliver those donations. She also invited mayor and council to be there if at all possible. If we want to be there, she'll definitely give me more information as time goes on. Also today I met with the Gloucester County Chamber. It was a new member orientation, and all the things that they're doing, upcoming events and everything, and everything that they can do to help us market the town as well as our businesses and such in our downtown. So if there's any businesses on, I definitely would suggest getting involved with our with the Gloucester County Chamber and see what they can do to help you out. But as events come up and everything, I will be forwarding that to all mayor and council. Some of the events actually look kind of neat. Also, I did talk to PSE&G about the EV stations. It's new to them as well. So Addie's going to find out as much information as she can and bring it, give it to me, and then I could, we can pass it along. But it's all new to them as well. So they're not really sure how the funds are exactly going to be used and so on and so forth. So it's all new because it was all just approved by our governor and everything. So she unfortunately really didn't have an answer for me just yet. But working on it. The other thing is, I've been biting my tongue on this one, but those public portions, we open them up to the public for the public to comment on things. Everyone's got a lot to say on Facebook about stuff and everything, and no one says anything here at our meetings. That's what they're for. So you can, if there's issues or whatever the deal is, or you have ideas, we're only 7 volunteers. We don't know everything. If you have something to bring forth to council, say it, bring it forth to council. I don't understand why. And there's 32 people on this meeting, but everyone runs the Facebook, say something at the meeting. If there's an issue, say something at the meeting. What's going on? What's this? You want to know something? Then you can hear it directly from the horse's mouth. Instead of, false information going out there or half truths or anything like that. The only way efficient government works is an open dialogue between all parties. That's the only way the government works. All parties have to be involved. Council, the public, the official, everything. Everyone's got to be involved, and change. You want to see change, be the change you want to see. Get involved. Be a part of it. That's all I got to say, Mayor.
Thank you for the comments. We've been fighting that issue for several years, and I think we'll be continuing to fight it. But I appreciate everybody that does get up and speak and let us know what's on their mind. So, Travis, I'd like to. What was the date of the Girl Scouts again?
It's all weather permitting, but she's looking at the dates. I don't know if Mandy's on. She might be. If she is, she might be able to comment a little bit better. She was going to try to get on this meeting, but she says the April 10th and 11th is what I know. It's a little bit far away, but those are the dates that she's looking at right now, weather permitting, obviously.
Okay.
Travis, Mandy is online.
She is? Okay.
She is. She has her hand raised.
Yeah,
Yes, we're looking at the April 10th, as long as weather permits, because we'll be outside.
Okay. Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you.
Just keep us posted with an email, and we'll see what we can do for them.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Travis, the other thing, so if you get any emails from the electric cars you were talking about, the charging systems.
Yeah.
The EV, I guess, please have them also send those emails to the administrator so he knows what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything I get, I know we met with the one EV company. I did send that along to you. Everyone that was in that meeting, you, Bruce, and the administrator. So I don't know if you saw that, and that's directly from EV Go. But absolutely, anything that Addie and PSE&G send along, 100%. We'll also send to the administrator.
Yeah, well, he should be on the direct email, not copied. He should be on the direct email. Just so in case you're not here.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Councilwoman D'Amico?
My only comment is, I don't think any of us should pay attention to Facebook. Just saying, it's an opinion and it's a public forum and it shouldn't aggravate us at all. It's just people speaking at that moment. That's my only comment.
Thank you, Donna. Councilman Lawrence?
You already did that.
I'm sorry, Young?
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Thank you. I just have a few comments for tonight. Keep you abreast on the Town Watch program that the chief and I and code enforcement trying to put together. As of tonight, we have 17 volunteer applications that people are interested. I met with the chief, Detective Hibbs, and code enforcement this past week to continue the discussion. We are putting a PowerPoint presentation together for our first meeting. We're hoping our first meeting right now is going to be mid to late March to get this thing on the roll. Hoping for more people, but if that's all we get is 17, we're going to go with it, and hopefully the word gets out, the good word gets out, and it attracts more people. So we'll see where that goes. Once we do come up with a definite date, as I said, mid to late March, we'll post it, and I will call everybody that volunteered and let them know what date it is. The other thing I have to say is I was on a call today with our 5th legislative leaders, along with surrounding community mayors and their representatives in regards to the flood study that Assemblyman Spearman is putting together. As you know, I reported a couple of meetings ago, he's allocated $250,000 to study phase 1 of the general area flooding. He got that money put away for us. We also have a shared service agreement that the solicitor already looked at, Ryan looked at. It's no cost to us. We're just trying to get the group together so we're all on the same page and sign off on the shared agreement. And from the meeting today, Ryan, they're looking for that to be on our agenda at the next meeting. Our next to everybody approve that. And then once they get that.
They release it from a draft. The one they sent us it has draft written all over it. I didn't know if they have a finalized copy yet.
I asked them, they're going to send out a summary to the mayors, and I asked them to attach the final
Agreement.
There was no changes. Everybody agreed to what was in it, and nobody had any changes. So, but they are going to send the final one out. And then, like I said, that'll be on
that, Mayor, could you brought that back up? One thing I wanted to add, if you don't mind, we had that meeting about running a water line across the 45 bridge. I mean the 47 bridge. When they reconstructed from the DOT, the engineer has submitted a LAIF grant with the DOT for that. To try to get that rolling on to be able to do that without having to spend the money. So we did submit something already. I want to give you a heads up on that also.
Okay, thank you. And that's all I have for my report. I will like to thank Public Works, Police, Fire, all the office people, everybody in the borough for dealing with the recent snowstorms. As far as I see, everybody's doing a good job. Responding to all our residents' needs and the streets, and we always do a good job with that. So keep up the good work, and thank you. With that, all I would end the meeting with saying, I said it every meeting, get involved and make a difference, and that's all we can ask for.
Mayor, real quick, Donna, have you made any Little League meetings?
No, I've
Trying to,
I have not been notified of one.
okay, I'm trying to find out when opening day is, which is probably going to be close to that April 10th date, I think.
Right. Usually
So,
it's the second.
Mandy, if you're still on there, I'll try to get that information. I'll get it to Travis to you, but usually it's around the second week of April for opening day, and it's usually a Saturday.
Chuck, I'll find out from Joe.
I called him and texted him. He's probably down with Ryan in Florida.
But I could text the secretary.
No, he's out with his snowblower, actually.
I got to finish that.
Good thing. Anything else, council, before we adjourn? We need executive, Ryan?
No, we do not, Mayor. We will at the work session, but not tonight.
Okay. All right, if there's no other business, adjournment in order.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Thanks,
residents.
Thanks, Don.
Aye.
Thanks.
Good day, everybody.
Enjoy